Are musicians about to lose their jobs to AI? See, robots are playing the violin now, and AI is writing songs that's actually really catchy. And as a musician where our jobs are already not really secure, this is really, really scary. Listen, AI is already everywhere. There's chat, there's Apple Intelligence, all different kinds of AI that is already becoming a part of our everyday lives. Like, I low-key don't even remember how I got papers done without the use of chat anymore, which is low-key kind of sad. But I promise you that this can outplay this. To be honest, AI sounds like the perfect musician. They're gonna have perfect timing, always be able to hit every single note, be able to play every single rhythm correctly without even having to have like a normal rehearsal. And because they're robots, like if you want your music to be like a little bit faster, a little bit slower, especially in a lot of those older classical pieces where it doesn't give you like an exact tempo, you can just program it and test out different things instead of having to actually have your band sit there and play them. You'll just have the AI robots do it, and you'll know exactly what it's supposed to sound like. No one's gonna mess up, no one's gonna freak out when you bump the tempo up 40 BPM. And here's the other thing, AI never gets tired. I have spent so many nights up super late having chat try to explain to me maybe a music theory lesson I didn't understand, or give me a bunch of practice problems, and it never once was like, oh, I'm tired, I don't want to do this anymore, or hey, I really need a coffee break, let's take 5 minutes. It might have told me that, but it didn't do it itself. And the other thing is, like, because they're never tired and no fatigue, they also never get sick. They're never missing rehearsal. They don't have any other job besides music, so they're never gonna miss for anything. Like, for example, I'm missing band this week because I'm going to the NAMM convention, which I should be out when this video is posted. So there's literally like, what in my brain, like, what's wrong with AI taking over? Because everything's gonna sound perfect, never gonna miss rehearsal or anything, and to be honest, you don't even need those rehearsals, so there is nothing to miss. Also, AI is probably way cheaper than musicians. A violin playing robot is probably really expensive, but eventually it's gonna become way cheaper than hiring a full-time musician every single time you perform, versus just buying one robot and then having it for the rest of whenever, how long it lasts. So to be honest, from this standpoint, AI and robots taking over makes sense. It's already taking over every other job. There's even AI doctors now where you literally sit, talk to a camera, and it asks you, how do you feel, what do you feel, what does hurt, and it prescribes you something, and answered all my questions perfectly fine. It was terrifying. So if AI can do it for all of those things, why couldn't it take over music? I mean, the proof is already there that it's starting to, but AI will never take over music. So please don't worry about your job, okay? Because we have something that AI doesn't. A life. To me, it all boils down to, why did we start music in the first place? We start music in the first place to express ourselves, to create kind of a connection and relationship between people, and if you go even further back, most music started with a relation to God and worshiping Him. So like, from the beginning, music has been a way for humans to express their praise, their feelings, their joy, their sorrow. Even musicians that were kind of like further up in time, like Bach, he didn't do music as a full-time career. Most of them were still working other full-time jobs and did music on the side because they loved it. Music is a way that we express heartbreak. It's the way we express joy, struggle, sadness, loneliness, good times, bad times. I'm here for a long time. AI robots, although they can tell you all these things, don't actually have feelings. They're robots. AI robots don't have soul. They have what they were taught. You weren't taught to feel things when you were a baby. You feel them. When you fell and hurt yourself, you cried because, ow. When your friend left you, you were sad. Not because you were taught to be sad, but that's because what you genuinely feel inside. Music is just an expression of those feelings. So yes, although AI can play the music, they're not able to express the actual feeling behind them. AI can also not build connections. I know that it says it can, and if you actually check the other day, I watched this girl get married to an AI, which is weird because I don't know, number one, how AI, how like the whole feelings, like I love you works. But like, something that all humans need are relationships. Even if you're a loner or an introvert like me, I still look and have relationships that are close to me, like people I live with, or my sister, or my parents, like my dog even. It's a relationship. Humans thrive when we are in relation with other people. We create music together to build relationships. I love going to band rehearsal every day, not because I necessarily always love practicing and love performing, but I love the connection and the community that I built. AI doesn't need community. It doesn't need relationships. And that's why music is not going to get taken over, because all of us, and especially the people hiring musicians, want that connected. When a band is connected and one and a family, the music is 10 times better. We go to band rehearsals to create with our friends, to laugh when the clarinet squeaks for the 5th time that day, and to just enjoy each other's company. And if you're not a musician, even if I know people are like, okay, well, this music sometimes isn't always about the musician, it's about the listeners. But even for the listeners, let's take a live concert. Number one, if you've never been to a live concert, you should. What are you doing? They're so much better. Number two is you can literally feel the energy in the room. And I'm not talking about the AI robots of, oh, the electricity. You can actually feel the nerves of the musician on stage, the buzz of the crowd talking, and the excitement that everyone is to hear this performance. Also, robots probably eventually will be able to read the room, but I don't think they can read the room as well as humans. For example, in my song last semester, we played this song called Eternal Glory, Eternal Flame, something about the Eternal Flame of Glory. I'll put it right here when I remember it. And when we got to the end of that piece, he actually held that note a lot longer, just because of the atmosphere that it had built in that auditorium. And the people were just my professor was crying. My director was literally crying on that stage because of how much that music moved him. And so he held it out a little bit longer because he could feel the same thing in the room. Robots can't do that. I mean, they can try, and you can program them to feel feelings, but that's not how it works. Music is not a calculation that can just be programmed. It's connection. It's connection with people, connection with the music itself. It's something so beautiful that robots can't do it. It's like watching a robot paint some painting of a beach. It's oh, that's nice, but it's not the same as an artist who sat on that beach after a really hard day and needed to get their feelings out and was able to pour it into a painting. You can see the difference. Now, I'm not saying that AI is the enemy. Like I said earlier in this video, I literally use chat all the time. It's actually helped me write an outline for this video. So it's not an enemy, but it's actually a tool. You can still use AI and it can still help musicians. It can help you look up gigs, help you build a resume to get gigs and get jobs. It can help you practice. It can give you scale patterns. It can help you with warm-up ideas. It's not necessarily a bad thing. And yes, AI did write, I think it's the Thong song. It's a fun, catchy song. I'm not gonna lie, I catch myself singing it every once in a while because it's just so funny. But is it as good as Bruno Mars' I Just Might? Or is it as good as Clair de Lune? Or is it as good as Amazing Grace? No, I don't think so. There's no feeling in the Thong song. It's just a song. Maybe one day AI will be able to write music with so much feeling and so much words. But at the end of the day, who is AI writing music for? Humans. So is AI really taking over our job? No. AI can handle all the boring stuff, while us musicians can solely get to create, which is what we wanted to do in the first place anyways, because it is something that will carry on through generations, and it is a cool way to share your experience and express your feelings. AI will not take over your job as a musician, because music is not in the sound, it's in the soul. Thank you so much for watching. If you still think that AI can write a song, go check out my video where I actually had chat write me a wedding song because I'm getting married next year. Go see for yourself if AI can write music. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and we'll see you guys next time.